Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to discuss with you the timetable that 11th and 12th science students should be following. If I define this class is all about very disciplined input throughout for 2 years. So it's a test of your stamina, it's a test of your patience, your hard work. Some of you might start early and start great, but then might get tired somewhere in between, lose their patience. Some of you may be crawlers, maybe start very slow, take time to understand, to catch up to the pace of this class, but they are very consistent and they keep that tempo is maintained. They manage greatly. So the most important thing this year is following a regular, very highly disciplined schedule. Your body stays alert, your mind is focused, you don't feel sleepy, and you are energetic to manage the daily tasks. So let us have a look into your timetable. This is not for everyone as such, not supposed to be obeyed as such. You can make minor changes depending upon your schedule, your circumstances, your classes, whether you're a dummy or a regular student. Whatever is your family meal time, your family get together time, you can make minor changes. But children, the total input hours should remain the same. You can only swap timings. You cannot extend these timings. The total time for meals should remain the same. Okay, so you will wake up at 6:30 to 6:45. What you will do when you get up, just sit with eyes closed on your bed to bring your body into the momentum needed for the entire day's work, right? And during this time, when you close your eyes, the first thought should be gratitude, gratitude to God for a new day, to the universe, and seeking blessings for a nice, productive day ahead. And then you will bring to mind all the things that are lined up for the day. You have a specific test, or you have some pending revision or learning, or what chapters you intend to do. Even if you don't jot them down, you can just sit down with eyes closed and think of all these things. You can just build up a sequence in your mind. And if you can, there's no harm journaling. Just write down in a diary, these are the courses that you intend to do during the day. Finish up a particular chapter, or prepare for a test, or simply revise, whatever you want to do. And then 6:45, you have to be very productive and very sharp in deciding your time. Now 6:45 to 7:15, you're going to do the daily course like brushing your teeth, bathing, etc. You are going to follow all these with a cool, composed mind, but very efficiently and quickly. Okay, it shouldn't go beyond 7:15. 7:15 to 7:45 a.m. is your breakfast time, and remember to have a very light breakfast, which is nourishing, protein rich, not a lot of carbs. Do not have parathas and puris every day. Leave that for the weekend. Have I've written a few examples. You can have banana shake, you can have poha, eggs, oats, almonds, anything which is light but filling, but not overfilling. Okay, so that you don't feel lazy during your classes and you can go on with your normal classes with a lot of energy. Along with your breakfast, you can even just flip the pages of your copy, the school notes copy, specifically the first lecture that you're going to attend in school, so that you can just recall all that was done on the last day, and that is going to help you to understand and connect the topics better. I may sound, children, overburdening. You might think, how can we just put in every minute to studies? But trust me, these 2 years really need this kind of time management. Every minute that you have during the day should be put to work. It's a need of these 2 years, just these 2 years. These are the most difficult two classes of your entire education. Okay, so 8 to 12 a.m. attend your school classes. Keep a separate notes copy for taking school notes. This will help you to know the limits of preparation for your school exam. So do not mix your tuition copy with your school notes copy. Have a separate copy. Take neat notes. Do listen to the teachers. It reinforces when you listen to a topic more than once. So don't think if you've done the topic that you're supposed to do in school already at your tuition, don't have this kind of feeling ki kar liya. Even if you've heard the lecture once, children, that's not enough to have mastery over any topic, any subject. There's no end to learning. And every time you listen to a topic, you get to know more aspects of that concept. So the more times you have the privilege of listening to a teacher, the stronger your concepts become, right? So then 12 o'clock. So till 12, you have your classes, and 12 to 12:30, take a fruit break. 12 to 12:30, you can have a small fruit break, have a small fruit or maybe salad. Along with that, you can have a chit chat with your mom and just discuss your heart out, pour out, or whatever you want to do. Okay, whatever you enjoy. In case there's nobody to talk, listen to a light music. Remember, do not pick up your phone. Even if you want to use a phone, just check the notifications for any messages from school or important messages related to your classwork. Do not open social media apps like Instagram or Snapchat or any such. These are addictive, children. Please do not open these. Very, very important. Now, 12:30 to 2, you're going to pick up one subject. I have written here biology or maths. You can pick up any bio, maths, physics, chemistry, depending upon the need of the hour. Maybe you have a test that evening from a particular subject, or you already have a deficit of a specific subject, or you feel more comfortable during this time to do learning or to do practice. It varies from one individual to another. So, just as an example, I've written during this time you can do biology or maths, right? Uh, Now, 2 to 2:30, you will have your lunch. Enjoy a healthy meal. Do not have fast food. Do not have fried food. Have proper dal, veggies, curd, chapati. Even if you're not fan of Indian food, do take a proper balanced food so that your energy levels keep you going for many more hours of work which are still pending. 2:30 to 3 p.m., use this time for a power nap. Have a relaxed nap. This is called a power nap, and this really recharges you for the next session. This is very important. Do not miss this, children. You can even test attending your evening tuitions without having a nap immediately after lunch. You can try doing this. You watch TV or do any such activity between 2:30 to 3 and then attend your tuitions for 4 hours, or have a power nap and then attend your tuition for 4 hours. You will see a lot of difference in your receptivity of the subject and the performance of your mind. You become highly effective and productive when you let your mind relax for some time before moving on to the next schedule. So very important, having a power nap before you get into the afternoon schedule. 3 to 7 p.m. is dedicated to your tuitions. If you do not have tuitions, then this time should be dedicated to self practice. Do practice from books, do learning, or whatever source of learning you're using. Follow that in a very systematic manner. 3 to 7 p.m. should be your, again, productive learning time. You are learning from a teacher, a mentor, uh, whatever be the source, an academy, a personal teacher, YouTube, self study, anything, whatever source you're using. So you should be sitting down during this time for a teaching learning process. And for this, it's very important to take good notes during your classes, children. Have a separate copy for each subject, and separate, as I have already mentioned, your tuition copy and your class notes copy should be separate, because this helps you to understand the limits of each test preparation. While taking good notes, I would suggest, for taking notes in biology, have 4 colored pens with you and keep highlighting the diagrams, keep highlighting the important facts, important points, previous year questions. As a teacher guides you, keep highlighting those points in your copy. That's very important. And for physics and chemistry notes, you can keep 2 pens. One pen for your normal writing, and another pen, say red color or green color or black color, one pen to highlight again the important points, previous year questions, or anything that a teacher tells you while teaching. This is very important. This is a high yield point. So keep highlighting. This will help you to understand and relate the things in your second revision faster. Okay. Second, I would also mention when you're taking notes, children, uh, sometimes teachers will give you very nice analogies. Those analogies, some mnemonics, which will help you to remember the subject better, right? All those should also be, some good analogies should also be written. And the best place to write those analogies is either make a margin on the right hand side, like you are used to do for your, maths rough work or numericals rough work. In that same way, make a margin towards the right of your copy where you can write analogies or do any numerical, solve any numerical before the teacher solves it. Sometimes teachers in class give you time to solve a numerical, to try it on your own before the teacher actually does it. So you can do that in the rough work column so that you don't create a mess at the main part of your copy. Okay, the continuity of the main part of the copy should not be broken. Anything extra, anything related when a teacher is teaching, put it on the top margin or put it in the side margin. Sometimes a topic may be related to a previous topic or to a topic which has to come later, and a teacher might, give you some details about some concept which is not directly related to the topic that you're studying. Put all that on the margin above or in the side margin. This is very important. Do not miss any line. Must take down very strong exhaustive notes. Everything that a teacher speaks should be taken down, children, because you need these notes for 2 years to come. And it's not possible to remember everything that you heard in a class for 2 years. Immediately after a class, you might get a very, thrilled feeling कि सब कुछ समझ आ गया. It was a very nice class and the subject is crystal clear to you. But if you don't have proper notes made in your own hand, you will forget contents by the end of a few months or an year, and you need all this content to be fresh in your memories till the end of 2 years. So it's very important to take exhaustive notes. And also, do not take screenshots. This is specifically for online classes. Avoid taking any screenshots, children, because that's simply going to fill your gallery. You will forget which screenshot you kept where, and there will be no link, no connectivity. And if you borrow notes from your friends, notes written by a friend are never effective. You will not be able to understand and relate and learn those notes in an effective manner. So, taking your own notes in a live class are very important. Okay, even if you are not having live classes, you are going through some recorded videos, it's very important to keep taking down everything in your copies, even if those recorded videos are with you. Trust me, children, this class does not give you much time to look back into covering up something that you missed or something that you mishandled. There is no time. Everything has to be covered very responsibly and in a disciplined manner on every day-to-day basis. Okay, yeah. So now 7 to 7:30 p.m. have dinner, and this is your family time. Sit with your family, enjoy, have fun, relax, laugh, share. But again, I would insist, do not get into the habit of watching any daily soaps or any kind of TV serials or movies or anything that develops a long term interest for you, that leaves you with an anxiety of what happens next, which makes you tempted to go back to that maybe the next day, or maybe overextend your 7 to 7:30 time period. That half an hour time that you've given yourself for dinner and relaxation should be used actually to relax your mind, which means only chit chat, only having a hearty laugh with your family, sit with your family. You can listen to music, anything that simply, relaxes your mind. Nothing which is using your energy. Very, very important. No distractive work. Okay. So after this relaxation time, 7:30 to 9:30, sit down for another session for another subject. This may be physics, or you can pick up chemistry, or as I told you, you can do any one subject. So 2 hours of constant input without any disturbance. Put your phones on either flight mode or hand it over to your mom. Even if you're studying using a phone or any digital media, uh, have that much of control over yourself that you do not touch any distractive activity during this time. 7:30 to 9:30 is a completely dedicated time. While solving numericals of physics and chemistry, do not just novel read, do not book read, do not read the statement and imagine you'll be able to solve it. Formula आता है हो जाएगा. Trust me, नहीं हो पाता होता. जब आप एग्जाम में अंडर एग्जामिनेशन प्रेशर व्हेन यू सिट टू सॉल्व न्यूमेरिकल्स समटाइम्स इवन सिंपल न्यूमेरिकल्स यू मिस द फाइनल आंसर्स, right? Why? Because you don't have enough practice of calculations. You cannot handle those numericals in the short time in which you're supposed to do it during your exam or during your test. You need to work, children, on three concepts, on three levels. First is knowing the subject, that is knowledge, actually knowing and understanding the content. Second is practice. Practice and then building up speed and building up accuracy. And all this will not come simply by novel reading. Novel reading is only going to acquaint you with the subject. कि आपको पता है क्या क्या है बुक में. But having expertise on this needs lot of repetitive practice and hundreds of, maybe thousands of questions to be done before you actually become a master in a subject to aim top ranks in any entrance exam that you're aiming towards. Okay, so a lot of planned work. Do not lie down on a bed and study. Do not, children. You will be extremely tempted. But what is the situation if you lie down on a bed? You're going to start in this pose. After some time, which is not going to be much, you are going to move to this pose. And still, after some other time, you're already like this, book lying at one side, light of your room on, and you're in another world. You're going to count that time in your study time. Next morning, you're going to tell your mom, I studied till 3, I studied till 4. But if you actually look up to that time, the productivity that you could take out during that time, it will not be more than one page or maybe one paragraph. Trust me, try. I'm telling you time tested things. Okay, sit on a chair and table. Sit on a chair and table if you're doing bio, walk and read, walk and learn, keep changing positions, or keep sitting on a table and chair, even if you are tempted to go and sleep or sit on a bed, or you tend to give yourself the satisfaction कि चल नहीं मैं I will not sleep, I am strong, I'm not sleepy. It happens because your body is already tired with the day's work. It happens, children. You have to fight out. You have to fight against all those temptations. Clear? Okay. 9:30 to 9:45, take a small break, move around the house, or simply sit down on an easy chair with your eyes closed, maybe some music on, or just eyes closed, but on a chair, not on a bed. Or maybe you can just go around and talk to your sibling, to your mom, anything that makes you awake once again. Just breaks that routine. Fine. And then 9:45 to 10, you will review the topics you just studied. 7:30 to 9:30 you studied physics. So you will review. Review in what way? You're not going to go through the book. Simply sit and try to link the topics. The topics you studied. What did you study? How did you, link up the topics so that you have a picture in your mind, and this will lead to, for you to retain these topics for a longer period of time. Clear? Don't just mug up without linking up. You must know what you're studying, in what context you're studying, and what is the significance of the topics you're doing. Very important. Now, 10 to 11:50, you will again sit on a table and chair and start with chemistry. And again, I would say chemistry, physics are not just to be read. You have to practice. You should have a rough copy, pen in your hand, sitting on a table, actually practicing everything that you do. Writing the definitions and checking, just read through the content, write in your own words, summarize and write the definitions, write the examples. Solve the numericals. Read a numerical and try solving it yourself first before you actually go into the solution. Do things in a systematic manner. And for students who just entered +1 and who really don't have that stamina and who might be in awe thinking कि ऐसे कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं? How is all this human? Yes, all this is very much human and very much the need of these 2 years, children. Nothing less than this is going to actually lead you to success. Trust me, either lower down your goals or put up your inputs, right? And I would also suggest I'll put a link down for that video. I have already recorded a 1 hour study with me video. So in this 1 hour video, you can start this video and study along with me and run this video twice with a conviction that you will not get up. I'm studying on screen along with you. You will sit and study for that 1 hour. You will not get up even for a minute, right? At the most, you can take a 2 minutes break between 2 hours. 2 hours is a minimum, continuous stretch time. And I'm intending to make another 2 hour video, 2 hour study with me video, where you will study at a stretch for 2 hours. You can put that video on just as a motivation that you're not going to get up and study with concentration. Okay. Yeah. So 10 to 11:50, you've done chemistry. 11:50 to 12, you will review what you've done in chemistry. Just summarize the formula, summarize the link. If you've done something like related to periodic table, just try to recall and recall those symbols of the elements or any properties that you've done. Just linking up, a very quick linking up of the topic, maybe flipping the pages and summarizing everything. Last 5 minutes, you can jot down everything that you did during the day in a journal and what you intend to be doing the next day. Just 5 minutes, children. Be very productive and very efficient. This will just help you to look into what targets you set for yourself one day and could you achieve. And again, don't get disappointed if you're not able to achieve, right? If you thought of 2 plus 2 plus 2 hours of self input during the day, and let us say you could put in only one and a half, one and a half, one and a half, still not bad, right? Just give a pat to yourself. You could at least do that. And to begin with, specifically for +1 children, even if you could manage 1 plus 1 plus 1, not bad. At least you could manage something and gradually keep working on building this up. And children who are in +2 should definitely get into this. But at no stage during this journey, children, should you be demotivated. Fall down, get up, rise up, keep facing failures and then learning from those failures. And if you simply keep moving, definitely you will be successful, because the most important keyword of this class is consistent efforts, persistent efforts. Consistency comes before everything else. So a very disciplined input is needed these 2 years. Okay, and everything is going to be brilliant. And after this also, life is going to be great. Okay, yeah. Then 12 o'clock, 12 to 7, or this you can also swap 11:30 to 6:30. It all depends on like what you are used to and what you're more comfortable with, any of these. So during this time, 7 hours of nice, composed, calm sleep. Forget about the world during this time. Leave all the anxieties to the universe, to God. God will be taking care. Definitely, 100%, you will be reaping the rewards if you are putting in hard work. Hard work never goes waste. Universe does bless us. You can mark my word on this. So if you've done the job throughout the day, sleep with a relaxed mind. Be grateful to God. Just say a 2 minutes prayer. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God, for helping me throughout the day. And set an intention for the next day. Sleep well. You've done your job for the day. Okay. And start with a new motivation the next day. And children, this journey, you might find this is too, overwhelming. इतने घंटे कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं? But gradually, step by step, if you really wish to be successful, if you really have strong goals can never be achieved by simply dreaming. You have to put in efforts. And at this age, you should, whatever your goals, whatever you want to do, you should be putting in hard work. And this is also going to build you, your character for the coming years of life. Right? So I hope you have a beautiful journey, beautiful experience these 2 years. May God bless you. And please subscribe to my channel and share with children, with your friends who can gain from this. Okay. And in case you have any other issues or any other concerns that you want me to talk about, please feel free to comment below, and I shall try to satisfy all your queries. Thank you. Have a good day.